collective. Thank you so much for your patience. You are tuning in here to this full moon in Virgo and Libra collective chakra energy reading and check-in. Happy full moon to all those tuned in or watching this later. I thank you guys so much for all the love you do show here on my channel. For all your likes, your comments, your shares, for sharing my videos, for subscribing, joining my channel membership. I just truly appreciate all your presence here with me. And I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. Okay, for those of you that might be new to chakras, please make sure you read through the description box below. Okay, it's going to have a quick overview of the 7 main chakras that I'll talk about here on my channel, just so that you can get familiar with them. And I do encourage you to do your own research. Okay, whoa. Okay, this deck is ready to go. So Virgo Libra, let's go ahead and offer up some gratitude into our space before we see what these cards have to say about this full moon energy. Do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right for you. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll get started. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective here on YouTube for this full moon on the cusp of Virgo and Libra chakra energy reading. I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages here that the collective needs to know under this beautiful full moon. And I thank you so much, Divine, for your clear guidance, for your grace, your love, your mercy, your protection, the peace that you bring, and your presence with us in this moment. We love you. And so it is. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, what chakra energies are here being activated under this full moon for the collective? Okay. Ooh, you have great big love. Vibration of 26, okay? Heart chakra energy, love energy in this particular deck. Very interestingly enough, though, because if you've watched any of my recent videos, I was kind of picking up on this full moon energy all the way back in Tuesday when I started the cosmic energy spreads. And every single reading had something to do with relationships, right? Especially with this full moon, including Libra energy being the house of partnership. It's kind of par for course. So this great big love might be activating, grounding, presenting itself to you under this full moon. We'll dig deeper into that. I'm excited for that. For y'all, okay? Tell me more, Divine. What other chakra energies? But it's heart chakra, okay? It's your central chakra, more heart chakra energy. You have birds of a feather, vibration of 26. So 25 and 26 could mean something to you. The number 7 or 8 could also mean something to you, okay? Definitely let me know in the comment section below if you connect with any of those numbers. And then you have a deep breath. Oh my goodness. Root chakra energy, vibration of 7. 7 could also be an important number for you here, but randomly, if you guys do not follow me on Instagram or follow this channel page on Instagram at Cusp of Roses, please make sure you do, because I've had this just breathe in, breathe out post just kind of sitting in my camera roll for the longest. And I was led to kind of post it just like middle of the day today. Deep breath. Yeah. Breath work is so simple and efficient as a means of grounding yourself, getting into the present moment, focusing on your breath. For those of you that do yoga, right? Understanding that moving with the breath is crucial in that practice. I also, okay, before we even get into the tarot, okay, with this deep breath and birds of a feather and great big love, it's almost like there's this two-sided coin that they're kind of showing me here. Where on one end, there might be something that you're going to have to accept, okay? Like take a deep breath, just accept, be present, be in the moment. Because it's almost like something that either you desire here, collective. It's kind of giving me, I did a reading this week. Wow, these are all so tied in. That's so crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy, but it's just, I love when those moments happen. Like when I pick up on the moon so early and it ties in for your guys' individual kind of readings. Because it feels like birds of a feather. It's like not forcing something that doesn't necessarily fit with you, right? Like it might not be for you in this way, that maybe you're desiring it, maybe that you're focused on experiencing a particular outcome. But just because you might not be a part of this particular flock doesn't mean that great big love isn't yours to experience. Like for some of you, this could be centered around, heavily centered around people, relationships that you maybe thought you wanted, okay? And then the divine maybe under this full moon is getting you to, or encouraging you, right? Because we do have free will, encouraging you to take a deep breath, accept what is, be present in the moment, right? Release what doesn't necessarily fit, and remain open for what does, what's still meant for you. Like just because, again, I feel that just because maybe some of you don't flock in the same circles, or this feels like assimilating in some way, or fitting in, or standing out. Maybe we might read the book on that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's get that, okay? But for chakras, you got the root and the heart chakra here, okay? Where would this be? Yeah. I'm just going to read the key concepts. I'm not going to read the whole excerpt, okay? Just to kind of get a brief idea about what each card is about, excuse me, okay? Vibration of 7, a deep breath. Key concepts: a genuine expectation of, oh, damn. Yikes. A genuine expectation of danger. Protection of a threat without substance. Fight or flight mode. Inability to focus. Trusting in the universe as a way to release fear. Okay. A genuine expectation of danger. Okay. Let's look at 25. We're definitely might be here for a minute, y'all, okay? So buckle up, get cozy. Birds of a feather in the heart chakra says sharing, community, a sense of belonging, right? Fellowship with like-hearted people, understanding the concept of we before me. Okay, so maybe this is all anticipatory in a way where it's like you feel like you might not fit in or belong somewhere here, collective, that you actually do. Okay, great big love, vibration of 26. It says love without conditions, romantic love, and how that experience changes you, deep and profound harmonious connections, and soulmates, right? But that genuine expectation of danger is kind of like, oh, okay, I just turned to this part of it. Stories from the past may be molding your expectation right now and causing fear based on anticipation of being hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful, and engaging with it should be avoided. Okay, so yeah, it feels as if, yeah, that need to stay present. I think that's the key to that, right? Needing to stay present, not replaying old narratives. Be present with what is. Now with the birds of a feather and great big love, I also get this energy that love can come and find you guys in a multitude of ways. And maybe that's where that narrow or a particular outcome or expectation is coming in here, collective. That might get clarified. So you might be expecting love in one form of fashion. Let's just say expecting romantic love. Yes, that's there. Yes, that's a way to gain love, but there's also love within family. There's love within friends. There's love within your community and your environment, right? It's like, some of you, this might even be a huge, excuse my words, y'all. This might be a perspective shift, right? Where you're no longer looking for love outside of yourself. You're understanding that you are love in and of its essence, right? Some of you might even be finding community, finding places where you feel like you belong. I'm getting this energy of like traveling, or maybe someone has moved around quite a bit. And it's like finally finding that city, that town, that community, that job, that career path, that person, maybe even for some of you, that feels like a part of your home, or feels like you belong there. I belong in this job. I belong in this state, this city, right? This work environment. I belong with this person. It's like maybe that gets amplified under this full moon as well. And maybe some of that belonging or that yearning to belong could be causing fear here, which is why, again, taking a deep breath is going to be crucial, okay? Or making sure that if that fear arises here, collective, that you are not letting it overwhelm your nervous system, okay? Again, why breathing and focusing on your inhales and exhales can really assist you in that. All right, enough of my rambling. Let's get into this. Yeah, you got the Two of Cups. Some of you, there is this relationship that's happening, okay? Okay, tell me more about this deep breath energy and this root chakra, divine. And then we'll dig a little deeper into this heart chakra. Tell me more. Okay, you got the King of Cups. Oh, you got the Tower. Okay, tell me more about this root chakra energy. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. Wow. You got the Five of Swords and Temperance. Wow. Okay, so that definitely ties into, maybe that's why that particular part of the book stood out, right? With the King of Cups, the Tower, and the Five of Swords, it's like there's a need to, again, not let old narratives, old situations, past occurrences to define your present moment. Okay, some of you, this full moon is like drawing you into the now, where maybe your heart, especially with all this heart chakra, has been kind of either caught up in a maybe very painful situation, right? Where maybe you were deceived at one point, or deceived yourself to some degree regarding a situation. Okay. But I feel like with the Tower, that's that narrative that's been holding somebody back from pursuing something, such, especially with the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is very tethered to their passions. So either there is a story in your mind here, or a narrative that you subscribe to, collective, that tells you that pursuing this particular passion won't work out, Tower. It's gonna crumble as soon as you get there. Oh, it's not meant for you to have, something like that. It's like there's a need to just breathe, not write off your future, right? Yeah, like not write it off. Like leave room for, ooh, okay, I'm getting a lot of words here. Leave room for the impossible. So something that you thought was impossible, you either couldn't get over, would never maybe happen to some degree. It's like that was really just your fear of the, okay, if it happens, then what? Right? Because with the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Magician, I mean, doesn't really get more powerful than that, right? Very, very, very interesting combination of energy. And this is what I mean. It's like leaving the door open or room in the mind here for the situation to turn out differently than you're anticipating, right? So it's like, and I love how that card said a genuine sense of danger. So this is what I'm saying. It's not that this is not provoked or coming out of nowhere. No, it's like, yes, to have that fear, to have that worry, to have that concern is valid, collective, based on your own experiences. But how much of you is living in that past experience, and how much of you is living in the now and what is? Because I get with the Five of Swords, somebody might be allowing a particular situation or a particular tower that they went through cloud or jade or put shade or kind of hide where they actually are. I don't know how else to say that. I feel like I can say it in a million different ways, but hopefully you guys get it, yeah? Tell me more about this deep breath and this root chakra energy. Under this full moon, divine, tell me more. Look at that. That's what I'm saying. The Sun, the Empress, and the Three of Wands, right? It's like the anticipation is... Some of you, okay, this is what I can say. You can feel something happening. You can feel something coming in. For the collective, I'm reading for under this full moon. With the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Magician, it's like, remember, this might just be a gentle reminder to keep space or hold space for positive outcomes with the Sun here. Especially if this anticipation energy is centered and rooted in love, which it feels like it is with Birds of a Feather and Great Big Love. Leave room for positive outcomes. Because the Empress is Venus as a celestial body, right? It's this feeling of abundance. It's this feeling of being very magnetic, having more than you need, right? But not, even if it's more than you need, it's being able to deal with that and manage it and delegate it in a particular way, right? It's a lot of attractive energy, especially with the Sun. That I kind of feel like your collective, the only way for something negative to occur with this anticipation or with whatever's coming into play for you here is if you allow those thoughts or that idea to stand in the mind, right? You have the Ace of Wands. It's the Ace of Wands. Get inspired, get excited. It's a new beginning. Some of you, because full moons are very illuminating, right? We got a lot of illumination energy this week. It's like some of you are seeing how, again, that Five of Swords energy, that tower that maybe you went through, okay, is still active in your mind or active in your perspective. And then it's like as soon as you kind of are aware of what that's holding you back, like what tower, whatever that energy is, it's like it clears right away. You alkaline it, you alchemize it, you shift into that Magician energy and that Wheel of Fortune, which is, I'm going to be abundant regardless. I'm going to experience joy, happy, and success regardless. Everything I need comes to me. All I have to do is sit here, right? And allow myself to receive it. Ace of Wands. Okay? Tell me more. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands. Oh. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. So where you maybe felt stuck, stagnant. And again, I feel like I mean, everything is energy here, collective, okay? The root of everything is energy. So especially with the Empress and the Three of Wands being here, collective, it feels like there's nothing more that you need to necessarily do. It's just an internal shift that has to happen. Because I get a lot of reception energy with that Ace of Wands. I mean, clearly it's a gift from the divine. And again, the Three of Wands, it's waiting, it's anticipation for something coming in. I know for some of y'all, while you're waiting, that breath work is going to be super, super important. When you feel yourself falling back into those rabbit holes, when you feel yourself repeating the same thing, well, why would I, getting in this negative spiral, breathe. Because you've done enough work, you've done enough grounding, you've built something up enough to where you can kind of rest on it, which is what that Seven of Pentacles is kind of telling me. It's almost as if this Tower is maybe the fear, right? Of going through another one, like I said, but I feel like you've built something sturdy and solid that won't go through the Tower. Do you know what I mean? Whew. All right. Hangman. Yeah, I feel like that's the different perspective here of this Seven of Pentacles, as opposed to looking at the 7 Pentacles that you do have and feel like, oh, I don't have enough, or oh, I failed, or oh, I didn't make it, or, this isn't whatever, right? You're anticipating. It's like, look at it from a different point of view. It's actually something that's very much so in alignment with you. Still want to come. So there we go. You got the Emperor and the Empress. Yeah. The Emperor and the Empress, the Sun, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune. I think whatever this situation is, collective, you have more control in it than you're allowing yourself to exhibit or exercise. So not only the Emperor and the Empress, but you also have the King and Queen of Cups now. For some of you, this is definitely, like this great big love card says, this is a soulmate coming in. And I feel like it's a significant soulmate with all these major arcanas, the Sun, the Tower, Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, the Emperor, the Empress, and now the King and Queen of Cups with the Ace of Wands. This is somebody new, okay? So this isn't someone that you've been with before. Ace of Wands gives me that. It's a new spirit. It's a new energetic connection, okay? That's happening here. Wow. Let's just keep going on this one. I'm going to pull one more. One more for this root chakra energy. So definitely if you feel that fear or those anxieties, collective, especially even when I'm mentioning great big love, right? That makes you anxious. Definitely get into your root chakra immediately. Okay? Because this is coming for you. And I definitely don't want y'all to miss this. Okay? Especially with that Five of Swords there. I just want one, divine. Can I have one? Emperor and the Queen of Cups. For this deep breath. King of Wands. Jeez, and the Moon. I guess more just wanted to come out here. Slide that up there. Now, mind you, with the Emperor and the Empress being here, this could be any element, okay? Focus on water though, and fire, especially with the moon here. And then you got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like this King of Cups vibration is, yeah, thinking worst case scenario when in actuality what's in alignment for them is more than I really think they can see at the moment with the moon here. And with the Magician and the Sun and Temperance and the Empress, it's like, yeah, it's more than they can perceive. Mind you, this has nothing to do with gender. Okay? Let's look at Birds of a Feather. Tell me more about this Birds of a Feather, this Lovers. Either, no matter which way you go, love is here. Tell me more about this Lover's energy with Birds of a Feather. And this is, maybe that's what that King and Queen of Cups came out to clarify. So somebody that you maybe have a deep emotional bond with, or will have a deep emotional bond with. The Three of Wands, again, this hasn't happened yet. Okay, to help clarify the energy, this hasn't happened yet. You also got the Lovers in Judgment. It's Pluto showing up here with the Hermit. All of this major arcana. So you've either been hiding yourself from love here. I feel like I'm talking to this King of Cups energy. You've either been hiding yourself from love, fearing judgment in some way, like yeah, definitely fearing something here. Six of Cups. With the Judgment of the Six of Cups is definitely telling me that there is this past aspect that I think around something that's already crumbled. Someone might be still looking at a Tower moment in like from the view of like a Five of Swords, as opposed to all of this like Sun, Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, like as opposed to looking at it as a positive. Someone's still looking at that Tower as a negative, as something that either held them back, did them wrong, or betrayed them, or hurt them, or deceived them in some type of way. Yeah, ooh, Five of Cups. Definitely felt done wrong. And then the Page of Wands. Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Under this full moon, Divine. Tell me more about this Page of Wands with Birds of a Feather. Interestingly enough, Birds of a Feather came out, and this is the Crow Tarot. I love that. Four of Wands. It's almost as if, though, someone feels like they don't deserve commitment, or they can't live up to it, or every time they try, they get disappointed, or, and I think, okay, I get it now. Thanks, Divine. I get, okay, for whoever I'm speaking to, okay, the reason why this Five of Cups energy keeps finding you, or you find yourself in that energy, is because you keep trying to resurrect past love, like with people that you dealt with in the past. Birds of a Feather, right? It's like people you're already acquainted with, people you have history with. It's like you keep cycling through those energies. Yeah, it's like still focused on the cups that spilled. Still focused on the cups that spilled. And I feel like for some of you, the best thing that you can do to kind of change your vibration here with this Page of Wands is to hermit up a little bit. Especially if you keep the door open for these past loves to come in, these people that you used to deal with. Like if you keep the door open for that, that's what's keeping you in this Five of Swords, Five of Cups. It's like someone keeps reopening a wound, thinking that opening it is going to be better this time or it's going to be different, but then they just still land in this Five of Cups energy. So it's like someone's lost their optimism when it comes to love, or like, again, it's in order to even find, yeah, with that Page of Wands, it's a high level of optimism. It's a can-do attitude. It's this anything is possible, right? And I have what it takes to make that happen. It's very confident energy, Page of Wands. But it's like in order to reconnect with that energy, Hermit. Someone has to spend time with themselves, self-reflect a little bit. I almost get that someone here is wrapped up in this cycle of resurrecting past lovers or past relationships, or, you know, keep finding themselves with people that they've been with before. It's like on repeat. It's like they don't even recognize that it's a cycle that they're on, or that they continue to repeat. Tell me more about this Four of Wands. Yeah, Three of Cups. Three of Cups, Six of Cups, Five of Cups. Tell me more about this Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. A lot of water here. Yeah, I'm a little, I'm kind of tongue-tied a little bit here, because it's like, in order for this offer to come in order for this Knight of Cups energy to find someone, right, so that they can celebrate and be a part and feel like they belong and feel this sense of wholeness. Now, should you feel whole within yourself? Absolutely, before you allow someone to make you whole. I do not believe that in the whole better half thing, right, when it comes to love and relationships. No, you're whole, I'm a whole, come together. That's how that works, okay? And maybe that could have been the perspective too, especially with the Hangman. It's like someone might have entertained love or the idea of love from that perspective of the glass is already half empty within me, so I need someone to come give me what I'm missing. As opposed of going within, filling up all those cups that you might be missing, Six of Cups, right? And then attracting a partner from that vibration, from that understanding, from that energy. Okay? Because I do feel like the moment someone goes into that Hermit, fills their cups up with that Six of Cups, they become, it's almost like instantly attractive to this Four of Wands. It's like whatever they've been looking for finds them. That's what I was getting with that Empress energy and the Sun. It's like, it'll be like a moth to a flame type of vibe. That's what I'm saying. You won't even really have to do much for this to come in. It's just vibrational. Tell me more about Birds of a Feather under this full moon. Okay. Yeah, look at that. The star, it's vibrational. Come on, Major Arcana in the Chariot, right? In order to move forward, someone definitely has some healing they need to do. Because that yearning to belong, that yearning to fit in, that yearning to feel completed by others is rooted in something deeper than someone's actually understanding. But again, this full moons are all about illumination. That's coming into somebody's perspective here. That in order to move forward, right, someone has to heal. I feel like the cycle of recycling love is what's keeping someone stuck and stagnant. Okay? Tell me more about Birds of a Feather. Yeah. That's the shift someone's waiting on, the Eight of Wands. Tell me more about this heart chakra energy. Birds of a feather. Whoa, yeah. Shift, death. Death has been tethered to ego for me lately. So again, that's what I mean. It's someone's built a persona, an ego around needing to be filled by others, as opposed to working on filling yourself. It's like taking accountability for your own happiness, your own joy, your own healing, your own process. That's what makes you attractive and magnetic to what's actually in alignment for you. Okay, Chariot reminds you that all of this is a part of your destined path. All of the disappointments, all of the hurt, all of the pain, everything that spilled over was destined to happen, okay? To get you into a specific alignment. And again, this is all energy. It's all energy, collective. It has nothing to do with the material world. It is all energetic, okay? Last message here for, oh, that was quick. Okay. There you go, King of Swords. Yeah, sharpen the mind here. Saturn, and that's the truth. It's harsh truth that this, it's all about your choices. It's all about your decisions here, okay? What you decide to focus on, that's really what the Five of Cups can even speak on. What you decide to focus on, whether you're focusing on your cup being half empty or half full. It's like that type of paradigm shift that someone is on the cusp of right now, no pun intended, but yeah. It's like realizing like, oh, I've really just been focused on my wounds and my pains, which is why my wounds and my pains are such a big part of how I move, what I think, and what I do. But if I focus on the two cups that are still here, still standing, still full, that becomes the reflection of who I am. Star card. Right? Let's look at this great big love, though. I feel like if it isn't apparent that it's coming in here already with the cards that have come out, I don't know what to tell you, collective, but let's see. What's this great big love coming in for the collective? Great big love for the collective. Ooh, look at that. Strength. This great big love is going to take a great deal of strength, vulnerability, openness, honesty with yourself and with others. Come on now, Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's everything that you would want, right? Everything you want is on the other side of fear. I'm going to keep throwing out all these cliche sayings that keep coming to my mind because they fit. Everything you want here, collective, is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of what's holding you back. It's on the other side of that death process, that releasing, that surrender, that transformation, temperance, that shift. Okay, tell me more about this great big love for the collective. Ten of Wands, all tens, get out of here. Some of y'all, yeah, some of you, this is absolutely the end of a repetitive cycle, right? They're all karmic cycles, whatever you're doing, everything, right? Karma's neutral, but it's this, it's the, I keep going around and around doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? But with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, all that's coming to an end. Okay, so you can no longer go back to that level of awareness, right? You got to ascend out of that. No longer carrying the energy of the past, releasing and letting go. Finding completeness, harmony, balance, peace. Right? And all of that is going to take a lot of strength for you to overcome your fears. here. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. No, hate to be that cliche, but that's real. Tell me more about this great big love for the collective. Yeah, 4 of Swords. I just heard rest to receive. Some of you really need to rest. Rest to receive. Like I said, slip into that Empress energy, into that Sun energy. The Sun in and of itself is taking on a more magnetic vibration, right? As we continue this pole shift, we'll become more magnetic. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Someone needs to work on that rest. Then you have the 4 of Cups. And you got the Ace of Swords. So there's some truth, there's some clarity that the divine is going to gift you all under this full moon. That's going to bring this cycle in the mind to an end. This cycle in your energy to an end. In your spirit to an end. It's ascending both of those. And then you got the Page of Pentacles. In order to apply yourself, apply your energy, show up in new ways. In ways that are more in alignment and authentic. Right? Because sometimes being out of alignment is authentic with your path, the Chariot and the Star. Right? Because that's where you need to be in order to learn what you need to learn. So rather than alignment, it really is more being authentic. And again, this feels like self-reflection. Somebody has to sit in that hermit energy, reflect on the choices that they've made, or what they continue to choose to participate in, or open themselves up to, or subject themselves to. Especially with that Judgment and the 6 of Cups. It's like someone keeps digging up old bones. I don't even know where all these sayings are coming from, but it's like someone keeps digging up old bones, expecting new results. Expecting the 10 of Cups. Expecting the 4 of Wands. And it's like, no, those cups have spilled. Yeah. But rather, that's what I'm saying, it's a perspective change, because rather than looking at those cups being spilled over as something tragic and terrible, it's actually opening the door to something a lot more warm, fuzzy, powerful, abundant. Sun, the Moon, and the Star all here in the same reading. As well as the Emperor and the Empress. King and Queen of Cups, right? It's like something that's more for you. I don't know who I'm talking to here. You guys let me know what resonates with you in the comment section below. But this is huge. Tell me more about this great big love. Because, like I said earlier, it's recognizing that the love that you seek is within you. It's not about, again, that cup being half empty. It's half full. Or it's 100% full, right? Like, it's maybe a little bit of codependency that's shedding here. A deeper sense of codependency. I think that's a collective vibe, right? Because we're definitely raised to be codependent on a lot of different things. For validation, right? Page of Cups. A lot of new beginnings here too, collective, with these pages. Tell me more about this great big love. Justice, it's your just due. Right? Balance, Libra. Right? That's the gift that this Virgo-Libra full moon is bringing in, especially with the Hermit, Virgo energy. Pulling you deep within so that you can see where you can actually act as a means of justice for yourself. No longer waiting on somebody to come pick those 3 cups up and say they're sorry or whatever the case may be, or just, you know what I mean? It's like no more waiting on the past to show back up again. It's like looking forward. For some of you, it's no longer beating yourself up for what happened in the past, right? It's like no longer punishing yourself. Some of you maybe even kept on those cycles as a way of punishing yourself for whatever was done with this 5 of Swords. Okay, that could have been on your end. 5 of Wands. Yeah, beating yourself up. All these crows are the same person, same energy, fighting against yourself. That's why that deep breath and that breath work is so important, because when that energy comes up, collective, you can transmute it so long as you're aware that that's where you're at and that's what's happening. Tell me more about this great big love for the collective. Tell me more about this great big love, Divine. Thank you so much. Ooh, got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, beating yourself up, replaying those old narratives, going through the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know what I'm saying? It's regret, it's fear, it's worry, it's all of that bottled up into one. Whether you were on the right side of that 5 of Swords energy or on the wrong side, either way, it's like there still has to be this level of forgiveness and acceptance of what is, right? For those of you that experience that 5 of Swords, it's like, again, like I said earlier, it's valid to be worried about what's coming, or it's valid to feel this sense of danger when something new approaches you. But do you allow that to close you off completely? Or do you see what I'm saying? It's like, do you find the courage, find the confidence, find the strength, find the grounding in, I don't know, collective. It's like your ability to overcome it. Because if you're still here, right, then that means you've survived, right? You've gone through 100% of your worst days and you're still standing. Give yourself some credit for that. That's that 7 of Pentacles energy. You've built it up to this point. You've built yourself up to this point. You've gained all this knowledge. You've learned. You've healed to a certain degree. To the point where all 3 of these 10s come out, right? To the point where you can't go back to the old way of being, thinking, existing, moving. Give yourself credit for that. Find the courage and the strength to trust yourself. Okay? Yeah. 7 of Wands. And stand your ground. Stand on what you know to be, right? And I get it, collective. It's a fine line. It's a fine, fine line between overprotecting yourself and setting healthy boundaries, especially after pain, right? No matter if you caused the pain or you experienced it, it's still difficult. Some of you definitely, I feel, might have caused it and are still kind of kicking yourself or beating yourself up about it. Gotta let that go too. You're just human, right? We all make mistakes. Some of you, it's almost like the same thing for those of you that received that pain or dealt with that. It's like we're all human, right? People make mistakes. So give whomever this is, and I know, again, I'm talking as if it's easy, and it's not. It definitely isn't. But it's necessary in order for you to not block yourself from what it is that you deserve just because you're hung up on the past and waiting for wrongs to be righted by people who aren't meant to right them. Some people just come into your life to inflict the wound or to tap on the wound or to reopen it. But they're not the one that's going to stitch it back together. A lot of the times, collective, that's you. Sometimes, yeah, you can get a partner or you can get someone else or a group or friends, you know, that can help that, absolutely. But I think that's what I'm picking up. It's like someone waiting on the person who inflicted the wound or whatever the case is, right? Or caused the pain to come in and mend it. If you do that, you'll be waiting forever. You'll be focused on these 3 spilled cups forever and missing out on all of this wonderful energy. Ace of Wands, right? The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, the 10 of Cups. Okay? Tell me more about this great big love. Tell me more. I might just pull the whole deck today. Come on now. I just got through saying what? Trust yourself. Find the courage and the strength to trust yourself again. Even if you trust yourself, you went with your intuition, got with somebody and they hurt you, and then it's like, oh shit, why did my intuition lead me to do that? And it's like, that's because that's what needed to happen. Chariot, it was a part of your destiny. It's a part of your path. Don't get caught up on it. Trust yourself. High Priestess, trust yourself. Okay? You know what you know. And even if you don't know, every day is a beautiful day to find out. And if you don't have the courage and the strength to actually find out, to journey forward, to focus forward, then you're just going to keep going on that circle, right? Last message here for this great big love under this beautiful full moon energy. Come on now. Y'all, the 10 of Pentacles. All 10s. All 10s. This is what I'm saying. It's complete. It's done. It's shifted. Claim that if you feel like you're stuck in this loop of insanity, okay? Doing the same things over and over again, getting the same results, still focus, whatever that loop is. Claim it right now under this full moon. That loop is finished. It's complete. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. All under this great big love. Collective. I don't know what else to say, y'all. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, trust your ability to discern, okay? Moving forward. Like I said, despite what side of that Five of Swords, of that pain you are on, trust yourself to move forward. Trust that you still deserve love no matter what, right? And I say that because we are all made of love, made in love. So why would you not deserve it? Some of you, again, got to stop beating yourself up for what you didn't know. And that's the thing. For some of y'all, it's like, I didn't know. Okay, you don't know what you don't know until you know it. So you had to go through that experience to know it. So be grateful for it. Find that gratitude, right? And just keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Don't let the fear of repeating the same thing or getting into the same energy hold you back, because you're not the same person, collective. Pain changes you, like literally, in a very literal and scientific way. Pain changes your brain. You are never the same person after any pain that's experienced, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's physical, whether it's spiritual, emotional, mental, whatever. It changes you. Flow with that change. Because I also get this energy, and I'm just going to keep, because I get this energy where it's like, oh, I wonder who I would have been had I not experienced that. Or like, oh, I would be such a different person. Yeah, okay, you would, but you wouldn't be wiser. You wouldn't know how to discern that energy because you didn't go through it, right? It's like, yes, scarring hurts. Absolutely. Yes, it hurts. But that scar serves as a reminder, again, of what you've survived. Finding strength in what you've overcome is so key here. Because if you don't tap into that strength, collective, you are just going to keep repeating the same cycle over and 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 over again. Until you stand in that magician energy and say, I have everything I need right now, all that I've been through, all the aces I've collected, to shift and create a new reality, a new perspective. Right? To enlighten yourself. Sometimes you might be waiting on the divine to do something that the divine is waiting on you to do for you. Yes, the divine works miracles, but they also need you to meet them halfway. And I think under this full moon, some of you are like, okay, I'm ready to meet them halfway, which is beautiful. All right. Let's end on some affirmations for this beautiful full moon. Look, it says, I'm curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. That's that hermit energy. Some of you need to seek yourself first. And in seeking yourself, you're seeking the divine. You're seeking your higher power, your inner high priestess. Okay, so that you can move forward as your Hierophant, right? So I am curious about my true nature and I seek to understand myself. Any other affirmations here for this full moon? Woo! Come on now. Great big love. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Bigger, better, and brighter. Say it with me, okay? Bigger, better, brighter. 3 B's, okay? Great big love. Some of y'all have bigger, better, and brighter things ahead of you. And the divine is like, okay, enough is enough. 4 10's, enough is enough. It's stop, okay? Just surrender. Some of y'all are still going to be fighting, but that's okay. That's all right. I flow towards my goal and I am strongly protected as I go. Trust yourself. Okay, so if your goal is to experience great big love or give great big love, whatever, receive great big love, that's your goal. You're protected when you go there. That's what I mean by meeting spirit halfway. Their job is to protect you. Your job is to claim the goal. Okay? I think we're going to end it there. Let's end it there. Collective, this has been such an awesome and beautiful reading. I hope this served you well. You found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. Maybe touched on some energies that you were feeling within your own vibrational journey. Let me know in the comment section below what connected with you. And again, if the number 7, 25, or 26, or 8 resonate with you, let me know that as well. I love to hear that from you all. And I wish you all a very happy full moon, okay? I hope that this energy serves you well, and I will see you all in